And we are live. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever it is you are in the world, and welcome to another episode of Living World of Darkness Rage Mage. Our scene today starts us off as Dallas Yekar makes her way to a, an office of sorts, probably ushered in by a very panicked looking assistant. Um, Dallas will walk up to the door and give it a knock.
Yep, you would have been led to the top floor of Ellsworth Hotel in Midtown.
Mhm.
Um, it's like I don't know. And yeah, when you knock on the door, you'll just hear Darcy's voice from inside. Come in.
Dallas will open the door and step in with a. It's a somber smile, but it's a smile nonetheless.
Yeah, she walks into a big spacey office. Big desk, big chair behind the desk. A couple of chairs in front of it, and like a couch on the side next to the window that actually overlooks. If you peek through two other skyscrapers, you can actually see the south side of Central Park. And Darcy is sitting on that couch and is kind of looking outside when you entered, and will stand up as you walk in.
Mhm.
Dallas, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
So, do you want something to drink?
Sure. Yeah.
What do you want? I can literally have anything be brought up to you for you.
Um, Unsweetened iced tea with lemon.
Sure. And Darcy will walk over, going kind of slow to the desk and reach for the telephone there. We'll dial down to the actually not even to the reception, just straight to the hotel bar and ask for the unsweetened iced tea. And she'll just ask for an entire can, not just a glass. There's actually an empty coffee cup standing on the desk still, next to a smoothie that's not been touched. And yeah, when she placed the order, she'll hang up again and look back to Dallas like a couple of minutes, and it'll be here.
Okay. And she'll kind of walk forward over to where the window is and look out of it and whistle. This is a heck of a view.
Yeah, yeah, it is. I've always been a sucker for good views, and like my own room is like literally 3 floors down.
Dallas kind of nods with a fairly impressed look on her face.
And Darcy smiles, kind of not uncomfortable, but nervous nonetheless. It's kind of that awkward, like, I don't know you, you don't know me thing hanging in the air for her at least.
Mm-hmm. It's
So,
pretty clear that Dallas is waiting to say anything until after the person with the makes their way up there.
yeah, that's fair. So, it's going to be a couple of minutes in silence then with just a few, nice view, yeah, nice carpets, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
kind of remarks. And yeah, in like a couple of minutes, the iced tea is brought up. There's a knock on the door, and again, Darcy will call in that they can enter, and there's the tea, and there's also a plateau with several kinds of chocolates and like little cupcakes and stuff like that. Because she knows, or well, she kind of suspects Dallas being something similar to her husband, and they are always hungry. So she'll just place it on the. She'll let that be placed on the desk as well, and when everybody leaves, she will gesture to the plateau and the drinks, like, help yourself.
And Dallas will turn around with a smile and nod, and she'll walk over, and as she sits down, she'll take a cupcake. And, she doesn't shove it into her face, but she does eat it kind of quickly. And then she'll set the little wrapper that was on the cupcake and set that onto the plate. And then take a sip out of her drink, and then sort of sit forward, sort of arms folded over her knees. So I learned a lot last night. A lot more than I expected I would about you.
I mean, we didn't meet that long.
No, but someone else gave me a lot of information.
Someone else. Okay. And she'll smile. Can we just cut the crap and just speak plainly? Because if that someone else is someone else that I might think it is, and blah, 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 and we're not getting anywhere.
Dallas just kind of has this, like, snort of a chuckle. And didn't tell me you were very forward and direct. She gives a smile like,
I've already had a long day, and the day has not been going on that long. So, yeah, a lot of stuff on my mind. Normally, I'm not.
well, then, that makes it easier on both of us, doesn't it?
I guess so.
Aiden told me about your condition.
I see.
He told me about the relationship that you two have. And, Aiden is family to me. There's nothing I wouldn't do for him.
Then, first of all, it is nice to meet someone of Aiden's family finally. It's been a while. And I was getting curious, so it's nice to actually have a face to that. Second of all, why is he not here himself?
You know what he is.
Yeah, I also know what you are.
There's certain things about our day-to-day, our life, that puts a lot of responsibilities on all of us. And his responsibilities are keeping him away.
Okay. Not to be a big pest, because it's not that I don't appreciate finally being able to talk about my husband openly. Why didn't you just take some of his responsibilities for a day so he could come here himself?
Because they're not responsibilities I can take. If I could. And she lets out a really long sigh, and her face actually turns a little bit red because there is just a lump in her throat. If I could take his burdens for him, I would.
I see.
But I asked him if there was anything I could do to help. And if you're amicable to it, I'd like to watch over you, be there for you with whatever you need.
Um,
I understand that you don't know me at all, but
I mean, that can be solved pretty easily. I tend to go well with people.
she smiles. I guess it's right about what he said. He said that you were cool.
I mean, I may hope he says that. I don't mind us hanging out or anything. It's fine. It's been a long time since, I've been able to do some stuff with anyone else besides work and just going to bars on my own. However, things have gone a little complicated earlier today. And I'm not sure if I can't have one of you around here. And that is not because I don't want to. Oh, this sucks. My mother is here. And she is not like me or like you. She is not a wolf, and she's not a mage. She is, however, a very claiming person. Oh,
Dallas blinks.
She
She did not.
presumed-
She knew that Darcy was supernatural. She did not know that Darcy was a mage.
Oh boy! As Darcy kind of looks at Dallas, she's like, "Oh, he didn't tell you that." Oh well, whatever. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But don't tell anyone else.
I wouldn't think of it. I wouldn't dream of it.
Good. Anyway, to get back to the subject, while my mother isn't anything like us, she's claiming, sticky, to the point where she wants to share a room with me. So, having someone walking around that scares people off from time to time can be very useful. But if I keep walking around with you, it might be a little awkward there.
Then can I make a suggestion?
By all means.
I'm hidden to watch over you, protect you, help you in any way I can. Let me be your security, your bodyguard.
I mean, I've not had need for a bodyguard in a while now.
The city was pretty crazy a few weeks ago.
True.
Just running around the street.
I've heard something like that, yeah.
And all of that chaos explained through various means, but it still makes New York look like it's a bit of a rough neighborhood right now. And somebody who's intimidating to everyone else makes sense as a bodyguard, wouldn't it not?
It's true, but why though?
Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
She'll scoot over to Darcy, and she'll sort of place her hands out.
She'll look at the hands like and holds out hers.
Dallas will very gingerly take the hands because she remembers what happened last night when she gave her just the slightest of squeezes on the shoulder.
Yeah, nothing like that right now.
Yeah. I love Aiden. He is my brother. He has been there for me more times than I can ever know, protecting me from others, from enemies, even from myself. And if you are his wife, that makes us family through proxy.
Darcy will kind of glance to her wedding ring, like it's like the biggest diamond that they could find in Vegas. On a short notice, so probably not the biggest one, but
It's a rock.
it's a rock, yeah. I can accept that. I don't mind hanging out with you. And if you want to, sure, I can put you on the payroll as my personal security.
Dallas just offers a smile. And she'll, use one of her hands to sort of wipe away a few tears that are welling up in her eyes.
So tell me, how is he?
He's well as he can be, but he's sad. And he's hurting.
Why? Is someone doing something to him?
It's killing him emotionally that he cannot be with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's well. He's healthy. Me and his other brothers and sisters, we're keeping an eye out on him. And we're backing him in every way we can, as he does for us.
Good, because he needs that. But he has not been in trouble lately, has he?
None that's unusual for our people. She'll kind of offer a chuckle.
Fair enough.
When he goes out, he has me by his side. And Aiden is a very proficient fighter. Great battlefield tactician. I'm a
Well, you say that, but I've seen the bullet holes in his chest.
Dallas will she'll sort of pull her shirt down a bit and slide her right arm out of her sleeve, and there's remnants of what looks to be like a discoloration of a healing burn mark all the way up and down her side. We we get into rough patches every now and then, but we heal quickly. Bullet wounds and the like don't. We're okay.
Yeah, I know. I just worry. Every time when something happens or when I read something in the news, I worry. I mean, half of the time it might not even be you, but
She nods. I know the feeling, and honestly, if you were worried about him, it'd be worth protecting.
yeah, I would not want to keep you from his side. He will probably need you more than I do.
He he has more than me at his side right now, and there will be others there to pick up the slack.
Just yeah, just like I said, I don't want to keep his friends away from him. He needs them.
I'm not his friend.
Okay, his family. That's even worse.
Well, the nice thing about being family is we're never apart, and me being out here during the day when you need me is not going to hinder him in any way.
All right. Could you pass a message along as well?
Absolutely.
Okay. I've gotten some news that might be very good. Might get me healed.
Dallas will take a breath in.
However, it would mean that I would need to go to France for a couple of weeks.
Dallas kind of lets out a trembling, staggered breath.
And I would really like to, even if it's over the phone, I would really like to talk to him about it.
Dallas takes a few breaths. And I am just checking something in the pack link out of character.
Yeah, that I kind of figured.
And she is going to open up fully, and she will, through the pack link, ask if Aiden wants to say anything through her. She doesn't say this out loud.
No, I understand. Like, that would be weird.
Yeah. So she just kind of she takes a breath, and if I'm sure our one viewer who is viewing,
Gee, who would that be?
I don't know. And so he's typing away.
That's fair. Darcy will use the silence to just pick up her smoothie and take like a sip, just a small one, and put it back on the table, on the desk. It would be nice if you would be able to tell that from me. I mean, I can text him as well, but I mean, I will text him as well, but yeah.
Dallas closes her eyes for a minute, takes a really deep breath. And over the pack link, she's going to kind of hint at, do you want me to do this in a way where he can see you right now? Fucking hell. You know what? Hang on. This is just getting silly.
What?
Because there's just a really long delay, and if it's not done, it's just like... This is just silly.
take it we're putting this scene on hold for a moment because
Just for a few seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Because the two of them just sitting at a desk staring at each other would be kind of weird. Just saying.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be like Radio Dallas here in a minute, I'm thinking.
Radio Dallas.
Actually, Radio Dallas doesn't sound too bad.
Should have become a Galliard.
Full Moon Radio.
Okay, what is happening?
Okay. So this is just that way I don't have to keep typing and texting in the middle of Dallas passing things back and forth.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, Dallas at this point, has gotten what Aiden has said to her, and at this point she's kind of sharing her experiences, and she'll give Darcy's hand a gentle sort of squeeze. And she'll kind of ask through the pack link whether or not, he wants her, if it would be all right for her to basically say, he can see you and he can hear you.
He'll just nod. Yeah, she'll get the feeling of yes, but
Okay.
she'll also get the feeling of, remember, I can't say what I want to say.
Darcy.
Yeah?
The bond of our family is strong enough that he can hear you and see you through me.
It's okay. She kind of checks, like just because of it, she's kind of checking to see if there's like a camera and a mic or anything there, but it's not. So she's like, I mean, it's just a force of habit. It's like, you mean, oh, you mean like, and she taps the side of her head. Telepathically?
Dallas doesn't say it out loud. She just kind of gives like a nod. Because she really doesn't want to share too much about it. Because, Veil. Like, she's already tiptoeing on that line right now. Her and Aiden both right now are tiptoeing that line.
Yeah. So Darcy's eyes grow wide. Like, oh, okay. Cool.
That's why when I saw you, I got really upset.
At the beach yesterday?
She'll nod.
Huh. So she kind of gets that cheeky grin on her face. So what you're saying is that when you're around, basically, Aiden is around?
Not always, but he can be.
Okay. And he's tuning in now?
He said that he wanted to see you. He wanted to see you smile.
I mean, I want to see him too. That's not fair. Actually, Aiden, you hear that? That's not fair.
Yeah, Dallas is letting all of it through.
Pangs of guilt and fucking sadness just hits Dallas like a fucking knife.
And Dallas's eyes kind of well up as she turns, red in the face.
And he will just say very calmly, just tell her I have to sort a few things, and I'll see her soon.
He has to sort a few things out, and he will see you soon.
Well, I better make it quick. Okay, so he can hear me right now, right?
She nods.
Okay, so Aiden, this just feels very weird, but I just had a visit from Miss Campbell, just like this morning, and even worse, my mother.
There is a deep snarling anger coming from the back link. Big.
Dallas's eyes go a bit wide.
They said that my dad has found a cure, but it's in France.
They're lying. I mean, his voice goes, yeah, you'll hear that from the back link, Dallas. His voice goes cold. Campbell's our enemy. Tell her no.
You can't go to France, Darcy.
Like, but what if there is a cure? I mean, it's not her that found it out. It was my dad.
It came. Yeah, Aiden's actually. Yeah. You just hear another resounding pang of deep anger. She's our enemy, Dallas. She's killing us. She's dying. We have a plan to kill her. No.
It's not safe, Darcy. Whatever it is that's being offered is a farce. I don't know your father, but whoever has brought this to his attention is deceiving him.
I mean, it's not even her company.
Dallas will pass back through the pack link. Do you want me to say that this Campbell person is the enemy, trying to
He'll
get
nod.
through us?
He'll nod. Yeah, he'll nod. Explain it though, so she doesn't understand. That in a way she understands, but she has to die.
The Campbell woman is our enemy. She's been systematically killing our people.
I know. I mean, I looked into her. Although, like I said, she's human. Might be her boss, that Finch guy.
Another
But
growl.
anyway, it's not her. Like I said, it's not her company. It's some company called Megadon. I mean, she didn't even look happy to tell me.
Darcy, I know you don't know me that well, but I can promise you those people have nothing but ill intentions for you. I promise you that. And if you go there, if you take them up on their offer, they will hurt Aiden through you.
You're also talking about my dad here, Dallas. He is not evil. I know that.
I'm not saying he is, but I'm saying whatever they're offering you, it's nothing good. I know you have absolutely no reason to trust me yet, but I'm asking you for Aiden's sake. Please do not get involved. Do not go to France.
You're asking me to die.
You know, even without Aiden's input, and I'm sure there's going to be some right then and there, Dallas just, like the tears just start streaming down her face because she knows that's what it is.
I mean, I thought I was ready for that. I'm not. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to go away. I want to stay. I want to stay with Aiden. I want to stay with him. I don't want to go.
Darcy, I've seen what these people can do. She kind of gestures to the burn marks on her exposed shoulder. The beings that did this were normal people that they corrupted and turned into monsters. There are things far worse than death with these people.
For all I know, this company that they're talking about is not like that.
Darcy, please.
I'm not just going. I'm not saying that I'm just going. I haven't said yes or anything. But I need to look into this. If this is going to get me cured, if this is going to get me better.
If it involves these people, the elements that they are involved with, it is not a cure.
She was just a messenger. She's nothing else.
She is one of them.
Well, yeah, I know she is. I know, but this pure, it didn't come from her.
Anyone that they are involved with is either a pawn or a willing accomplice. I promise you that, Darcy.
My dad is involved. My dad found this cure, not she.
Out of character, does Aiden know about Megadon?
Felix knows he's mentioned it before. He's heard Felix mention the same thing.
So would he pass that through? That like they're involved with Pentex and
he'll say he's heard Felix mention the company in the same names, but he's not sure, but he's heard the name being mentioned.
This Megadon has been uttered in the same sentences with our enemies.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Is any company not involved one way or another? Jesus.
These people have vast resources, a lot of influence and pull across the globe.
For fuck's sake.
The things I've seen firsthand, Darcy, they have armies at their disposal. Men, women, and creatures armed to the teeth. I've seen people die, my own people die, at the hands of these kinds of people and the people that serve them. I'm telling you, whatever is being offered will only end in you may survive, but who you are will not. You will be a slave to them. And they will use you to do terrible things. And I don't know the extent of what a mage can and cannot do. But I am sure that your abilities in their hands will only work to strengthen them and weaken us. And they will certainly be used to harm dozens, if not hundreds of people.
All right. I am going to let my people look into this as well. It's not because I don't trust you guys, but this... I just need to know. For all we know, this cure does not turn me into one of this. And I'm just going to see if one of my people can look into it. She has some really, really amazing powers, and I think she should be able to find out a little bit more of it.
Dallas will nod as she passes it through the pack link.
There's a growling, but he settles. He nods, lets her people look into it, but you can tell he's not happy in the slightest.
Aiden and I don't necessarily like the decision you're making here, but we can, we'll cope. Just be careful.
I'll promise I will not get on a plane unless I know it's safe.
Dallas will nod. Just remember, she offers this kind of, slight smile. I'm your protection.
Yeah, thanks.
Anything that puts you in danger, I will throw myself against.
I mean, most of my dangers involve breaking a nail so far, so I'm pretty good.
Then the door handle that you break your nail on will be ripped out of the door.
I would like that. But yeah. Would you like a room in the hotel?
There's just like this static that comes over the pack link for a moment as Dallas sort of shuts off the audio for a moment. And she kind of rubs her chin. I can have guests, yeah?
It's your room. I mean, I could probably arrange for a suite on the same floor as I am.
That would work, and room service and all of that?
All inclusive.
I'll need 2 key cards then.
Sorry?
I'll need 2 key cards then.
Hi. The girl I saw you with last night?
My girlfriend, yes.
Oh, cool. Looks interesting.
Very interesting. Dallas starts to blush.
Darcy's just grinning, like from ear to ear, grinning at that point.
And Dallas sort of takes a breath, and she buries everything that was just said into the deepest recesses of her private mind. And she will open up the audio again. We weren't making fun of him at all.
I mean, she could hear that, right?
No, he couldn't hear anything we said.
Oh. But
Barrage.
you just said
That pressing barrage of questions. Like, what the fuck were you two talking about?
I thought you just said that he was listening in.
I can keep him from hearing everything, and he can do the same. It's
Oh. Okay, so you kind of want to. Yep, I get it.
Mhm.
Yep. No, I was just telling her about the first time we met, Aiden.
Dallas passes that through the back link. Aiden, that's not nice. You wash your mouth out.
She has 3 successes on her subterfuge, so.
Yeah, he's not gonna. He accepts it. To be honest, he's just more confused by this whole encounter. As he's just pacing around his cabin like a jackrabbit.
So you can see and hear everything. Can you also feel everything you're doing when it's like this, like emotions?
I am sure he can feel just about everything if I allow him to. And she just kind of lets the whole giggle in her stomach over the fact she's not going to give context to it, but this like cheeky giggle that's coming through the pack link right now.
Mm-hmm.
She just lets it bleed through.
Darcy will stand up from like behind the desk and just walk over to the other side, just leaning in, or like leaning against the desk.
Mm-hmm.
So, could you pass along another message from me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That cheeky grin is there, and she will bend forward, and unless Dallas is dodging this,
Dallas drops to the floor and rolls away. Like, tactical retreat, tactical exit.
You definitely hear, "Get the fuck back!" Inside.
Dallas will spend a point of rage just to get distance between the two of them.
Oh, and Darcy, she will laugh because she remembers that Aiden can be quite possessive. So she can kind of pin or put one and one together. So she's just laughing.
Dallas is on the other side of the room, a bit wide-eyed and like panting because I'm pretty sure that there is not only like remember the kiss, but there's also I'm sure the possessiveness. Like if you kiss my wife, I swear. Dallas just like. Okay, strong boundary on that. Very strong boundary.
But I thought that you guys share everything. She blinks her eyes semi-innocently, but there's still the grin. The grin is just not coming off her face right now.
Not. You're his wife, and
you're passing a message. I mean, if he really feels what you're feeling, then all he needs to do is close his eyes and could be just like we're actually together.
Oh, thank God for the pack link. Okay, Darcy, not that me being intermediary wouldn't be nice because you're very attractive.
I know.
You're his wife. I'm his sister. passing that along would be, for us, a bit incestuous. And also, I have a girlfriend. You saw her yesterday. She's very beautiful, and I care about her a great deal.
Oh, calm down. I was only half joking.
Half.
Half.
Dallas is just over the pack link. The fuck did you set me up with? God damn it! Why didn't you warn me about this?
You just get repeated like, get the fuck out of there!
Passing back over the pack link. I'm her head of security now. I'm getting paid. Pink. Bodyguard, Aiden, bodyguard. She actually says that out loud.
Eventually, Aiden does kind of calm down once the two of you go, and he'll just basically that sadness will come back, and he's like, before I go, will you just tell her I miss her, okay? And yeah, I'll be back soon.
He wants you to know that he misses you, and he will be back soon.
Yeah. Smile kind of disappears from Darcy's face. I miss him too. But tell him that I am doing better no matter what. Even without this magical cure, I'm doing fine lately.
Dallas will nod. You made it out to the beach yesterday, and you're walking around all right today. So yeah. So you're doing better.
I'm doing okay.
I can match that, but I can't beat it. I will try. It is site-based, so there is a chance. Not a great one, but a chance. Let me just make sure she has 2 dots of empathy. Yes, she does. Okay. At least this time it didn't get all cheeky with me. Stop it. No, nothing. Dallas has got nothing, and it's like, seeing she's doing better. That was not said out loud. That's through the pack.
No, yeah, you just feel the acceptance. There's a mix of reservation and acceptance because he's seen Darcy have good days and bad days. So he's kind of like, okay, good. So, and Aiden, then, you can feel his presence just like evaporate away.
And I think he's getting back to work. So I will. She'll hold out her phone and well, she won't hold out her phone, but she'll give Darcy her phone number.
Yeah, I'll need a bit to make the arrangements. I'll write up like a standard kind of contracty thing. You can read it through, and I'll make sure that you'll have a room available with 2 key cards.
I don't know if any of the suites that are near yours attach to yours directly, but that would.
Oh.
Okay. Then I will make sure to be. I don't know if you have any security systems, but like a panic button that alerts me.
No, I never really had to worry about security.
I would look into it. It makes my job a lot easier.
Sure. Yeah. I'll let Chrissy. Actually, you should meet Chrissy. I think at some point she's my personal assistant. But I'll have her look into that.
Talus will nod. I'm going to go home then and make some arrangements and pack up some clothes.
Cool. Just yeah, like I said, the one thing, make sure that whenever he needs you, that you're there and not like. Normally, I don't get into that much of a trouble.
Absolutely.
Okay. Cool. Well, it was nice meeting you. A bit better than yesterday. And I'll see you soon then.
All right. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you later tonight.
Yep.
And Dallas will walk up back to Darcy and give her, a tentatively awkward hug.
Yep. Darcy's fine with hugging. She has no problems with that.
Family looks out for family. And because you're with Hayden, you are part of my family.
That's sweet. Thank you.
And she will back up and then make her way out of the office. And the second those doors close, she just lets out this.
Yep. Darcy will grin at herself for a moment, and then we'll start to make arrangements to have a personal bodyguard.
And
Yeah.
I think with that, we can call an end to these proceedings. Thank you, players, for playing, and thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another episode of Rage Mage.